What's up, guys? Family Plays back again with another awesome video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're doing Hazbin Hotel Hell's Kitchen episode 17, A Sweet Tooth. Let's do it. Yeah, so it starts off with Adam arguing with Charlie, saying, "Sooner or later, you bit." And Charlie cuts him off and say, "Get this bitch out now." She really does not want Adam here anymore. He's irritated her enough. She's already done with him. He's been annoying since he first came to the red team. Oh man. Then we have we have Vaggie and Emily in the next room. Vaggie says, "If this continues, our team might falter." Because Charlie said to Vaggie that arguing could cause poor performance in teamwork. It's best to focus on. It's not best to focus on arguments in Hell's Kitchen. Well, now she's doing it. She's contradicting herself. Emily said, "I know." Yeah. Now we have Angel Dust here saying, thanking us for being with him the entire time. Saying, "You've truly made my time here great, Husk." He's thanking him. Husk responds, "Thanks, Angel." They're really glad they're here together. Sticking together. And Alistair thing is to mock Fox, saying, "Look who's surpassing you, Fox." Because you're doing really well so far. Because he's lasted longer than Vox. Yeah. Challenge time. Make desserts: cake, cupcakes, cookies, and brownies. Okay. Husk makes the cupcakes and brownies because they're one person short. Okay, red team. Adam's vanilla cake was not cooked all the way and lacked taste. Give me a second. It wasn't cooked all the way and was tasteless. Yeah. Okay. Angel's Pandora cake was said to be delicious by Ramsey. It's good praise right there. Now we have Charlie. Charlie's rainbow cupcakes tasted great, and perfectly cooked. I'm gonna put the and there. Okay. Husk's cupcakes injected with banana tasted weird. The point went to Charlie. Emily's star cookies were perfect. Alistair's macaroons were dry. Eh. Vaggie's brownies with nuts were incredible, and Husk's brownies were overcooked. So that does it. The red team won by 3, and the blue team got 1. The red team's reward. They got to go to Disney World. Emily shouted, "Yay, Disney World!" And for the blue team's punishment, they had to work on a farm. Yeah. The blue team are groaning. Not good. Good. Anyway, but tonight was the create your own menu service. Red team app was green pea risotto from Emily, sliced tuna from Adam, Alfredo from Charlie. Like the spaghetti Alfredo. Just Alfredo. Spaghetti Alfredo. Okay, it's from Charlie, and then a seafood salad from Vaggie. Entrees: filet mignon Adam, whole lobster Adam, pan-seared halibut Vaggie, steak taco Vaggie, sushi Emily, and venison Charlie. Desserts: black cherry sorbet from Emily and apple tart from Charlie. For the blue team's menu: Asp was margarita pizza from Angel Dust, and we have a seared scallops from Husk, and a spaghetti bolognese from Adam, and a pumpkin squash risotto from Alistair. Spaghetti bolognese and pumpkin squash risotto from Alistair. The entrees, they were a cedar plank salmon from Angel, and your strip of butter from Angel, poached bass, bass from Husk, lamb chops from Husk, seared cod from Alistair, and pork chops from Alistair. Desserts was chocolate buns from Angel Dust and chocolate lava cake from Husk. Oh, and Vaggie confronted Charlie on his her arguments with her arguments with Adam, and said, "Remember about how you told me to not continue arguments, Realizing she kind of contradicts herself, she realized that this was not good for the team, and Charlie said, I can." And Charlie said, "I contradicted myself, didn't I? Didn't I, hun? You're right." That argument's kind of done. And then we're moving on to the dinner service. The red team, the ass was Vaggie, garnish was Adam, fish was Charlie, and meat was Emily. And for the blue team, ass was Angel Dust, garnish was Angel Dust, fish was Husk, and meat was Adam. Things didn't get off to a good start for the blue team. As when Husk brought his scallops to the pass, Worm said this: "Your scallops are cold and raw. This is your dish." Yeah, messed up his own dish. It's not good. However, there was no more mistakes in appetizers. However, things got off to a bad start. Things began to go really bad in the entrees. First, when Adam brought his spinach to the pass, "You burnt the spinach. How do you even do that?" Yeah, Adam burnt the spinach somehow. And when the order came in for 2 cod and 1 lamb chops. However, when Husk brought his cods up to the pass, Gordon says this: "Husk, your cods dry cod." And earlier, Grimes saw Alistair doing this to putting the lamb in the oven without searing it or seasoning it. Hey, Alistair, you season or sear the lamb before putting it in the oven. Yeah, he didn't season it or sear it before putting it in the oven. Things got even worse for Adam, as when Dish called for mashed potatoes with it. When he brought his mashed potatoes up to the pass, Gordon said this: "Your mashed potatoes are burnt to a crisp, Adam." And he tried to redo it, and this happened. "Now the mash is a liquid." Yeah. Things got worse and worse for Adam. Constantly. However, the blue team now had an order of 2 New York strip, 1 pork chop, and 1 bass. However, when Alistair brought his pork chop up to the pass, Gordon said this: "The pork is completely raw." And he had to redo it. However, when Wormser walked back to the right kitchen, he noticed a tray that Adam was trying to hide of mashed potatoes he had wasted. That's a lot of mashed potatoes. You've wasted several pounds of mashed potatoes. And Gordon Ramsay finally told Adam to get out. Get out! And yeah, Adam was kicked out of the kitchen. And Gordon Ramsay by the time Husk and Alistair brought their bass and pork chop up to the pass, he was about done with the blue team. Your bass is so raw, it's still alive, he said to Husk. And when Gordon saw Alistair's pork chop, he lost it. Now the pork is dry. Yeah. And still somewhat raw. Somehow. I don't know how he did that. Yeah. Things were looking really bad for the blue team. And Gordon Ramsay finally lost it. His temper with the blue team and said, "Get out!" Yeah. The blue team lost. Red team winner, blue team loser. The blue team obviously nominated Husk and Alistair. And then, when it all came down to it, he looked at Alistair and Husk and said, "Both of you back in line. Adam, give me your jacket." He was fed up by Adam at this point. He realized there was no hope for Adam ever winning this competition. And just like that, Adam was gone. Adam was nothing but a disaster from the start. The only good thing he did in Hell's Kitchen was leave. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, hit that notification bell so no future further ado. Bye bye!